How do they decolonize like food sovereignty? How do they decolonize the revitalization of like an heirloom seed or an heirloom food, such as the peaches that you have been researching?
Okay, so almost like how do they come into possession of it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
To bring it back into their okay. Um, so that is something that I'm working on. There, if there are families that are in tune with where these traditional crops are grown, by all means, go share, request. Respect the families that you're requesting from that have worked very hard to keep our traditional crops intact where they are and the memory that they have. And what I'm working on though is to make sure that I provide the peaches specifically in their purest form. So I've done bringing in the science into all of this to justify what is our traditional peaches and what is not, because there's been a lot of introduction of modern peaches from other areas around the world and in our country. And so these peaches, I've been able to identify that they are unique in their own communities that they are grown. And so I am working to preserve that. I've had a lot of people come to me and ask, can I have a seed? Can I have a seed? And right now I'm saying, can I give them to you later on? I'm keeping to make a list. I want to be able to give these out. I'm not looking to make any money off of this. But first and foremost, I have to be able to preserve their genes, their genetics, because they are pure. If they are getting crossed out and I start giving seed away that's, been crossed with a modern peach, then I'm not guaranteeing that this is our traditional crop. And so that's the work that I'm doing. I'm doing genetics research. I'm identifying the seeds that are like 100% pure. And I'm going to grow those and I'm going to ensure that their seeds, their children, are going to be 100% pure. And so it's a little bit of strategizing on my end, identifying locations within our communities that these can be planted where it's not impacting, one of our elders or one of our community members' home sites. If they want a peach from a nursery in like Farmington or Gallup, that's not from our areas, they should have every right to grow that. But they should have every right to grow our Navajo peach too, among with it, if they want to. But that leaves a conflict for me in being able to provide something that's genetically pure and using them and asking them to support this. If they want to have both, I can't have both together. So I have to be very specific of who's going to be helping and aiding this project. I have to be very strict on any outside peaches coming in, that is not tolerated. So that way I can guarantee the seed purity of these strains that we've been growing for hundreds of years and be able to offer that to everybody so everybody can have it. So at this moment in time, I don't have seeds to give to people. I only have enough to continue the genetics works that I have. And I don't feel confident or comfortable asking the families that have already given me so much, because one seed will give me a lifetime of fruit. And if they've given me like 30 seeds, then that is an abundant amount of fruit. But I also need to be able to care for them and keep them genetically pure. So that's where I am internally, and trying to respect the people that have been so generous with what they've given me thus far, and how I'm working to give back and eventually get this back into the hands of every individual in our communities that wants to grow them.
Right. And I did hear like a saying, like the most dangerous thing that we can do is actually keep seeds on the shelf for far too long. I think I heard that in like some kind of documentary about food sovereignty, or rematriation, as they called it, which is like repatriation, but it's rematriation, which sort of invokes the matrilineal nature of like our culture and of many other tribal cultures as well. That way, it sort of like, you know, there's like a maternal lineage, like mothers giving birth to children, type of heritage with planting and our culture.